Hello, this is Ron from Ron's Workshop. Today I'd like to show you how to make a little crayon holder in the shape of a truck. And put wheels on it and use the Forstner bit quite a bit for the depth of the crayons. And I'll start it right now. Okay, to make this crayon holder, it's just a piece of wood about 6 inches long and maybe 1.5 inches wide. I've just stuck 2 pieces of wood together to make it look a little fancier, that's all. And now I have a little template with 12 holes in it. And I'm just going to kind of mark these holes with a pencil, and then I'll countersink punch them. These holes are all evenly spaced. Take about 3/4 of the width of the truck, the length of the truck. You also need space for the wheels, and they'll go on the side. Just find the depth of the wheel. Okay, because I use Forstner bits, this is one with a flat end on. I made a little shelf to hold all these bits, and they're all different sizes in here, and for me it works very well. I'll be using a 3/8 bit, and this 3/8 bit is this one, and it's slightly larger than the thickness of a crayon. And so this works very, very well, and this is what I'll be using today. I want to measure how deep I'll be going so that I can set a depth. Down about an inch or 1.5 inches for the depth. Not important, but just okay, there we go. Now I'll just slide it along. Okay, then that's the holes drilled. Now I want to take the little edge off these holes. And this is we'll call this a de-edger. It's just a pointed drill, and you just stick it in here and it'll take the edges off this. This is just taking the edges off here. It makes it a little bit easier for crayons to come in. So I'll do these. That's all the holes done, and now I have to drill the holes for the wheels. I'll be putting a bigger drill in it. This is bigger than a quarter because I'll be using a 1/4-inch dowel. I can put this de-edger thing on again. Okay, as you can see, I've drilled the holes, and this is a crayon, and they fit in here just beautifully. They're perfect. And I've drilled the other holes on the side for the wheels, and you have to drill it bigger than the dowel. So you can see that they're pretty good. So they're both fine. They're just ready for a little bit of sanding now, and around the edges. Okay, I'm just ready to do a little bit of routering here. And that's fine. Okay, I've drilled all the holes, and I'm ready to measure for the wheels. And the simple way I do it is just this way. Add a little bit of difference to it, and cut a couple of dowels to fit. Okay, I've drilled the holes bigger than the dowels because the dowels will swell a little bit, and I've cut them to length, and I'm just going to put some glue on them right now. You don't need a lot of glue. Okay, we got the truck finished with the wheels on and everything. The only thing left is the cab, and I've shaped this a little bit. I've added 3 pieces of wood just for contrast. And the only thing left now to do is just put some glue on it, and that will be finished. And I'll do that right now. This glue will probably dry in 2 or 3 minutes without clamping or anything. I'm just pressing down a little bit on the glue till it dries. And it's pretty well finished now, except for a bit of staining. Okay, I'm going to be putting polyurethane on today for the first coat. I have to thin it with bar saw. About some. Give it a good stir. And use a damp cloth to take the dust off. A bit of the dust. See how the contrast stands out better than just plain. So I've just wiped this off, and there will be 4 coats to go on this. It'll be sanded in between each coat. So that completes the project. So thank you very much for sharing your time with me today. It's Ron Rushworth. This is Ron Rushworth from Ron's Workshop. A simple project today is a pair of tongs for using to take your toast out of the toaster. Saves you putting a fork down, saves you getting your fingers burnt. And this just goes down into the toaster and picks up anything quite well. I'm using a piece of bamboo because bamboo is very, very flexible. You can bend it all over the place. It's very strong and it's very light. And it's a simple project because all I'm going to be doing is just sanding the 2 edges and clamping them together. And this is a piece of bamboo about 8 inches long, and I'm going to be cutting a couple of slices off this, and I'll show you how that's done. Okay, I'm just going to sand this piece off, and then I'm going to slice a couple of pieces off on the bandsaw. For safety reasons, I always use a little push stick, and this works very, very well to push the wood through. And I also use this thing on the other side. It's just a piece of flat wood, and I'm going to be pressing that up against the wood for safety reasons. I have a piece of bamboo here, and I'm just going to slice it down. Cut another one. Okay, I've cut 2 pieces of bamboo, and they have a fair taper on them so that when they're put together, they will look very similar to the other one. Now these have to be clamped with glue, and there's a lot of pressure on them, so they'll have to be glued and clamped probably 24 hours to make sure that they're solid. And that's what I'll do right now. That'll be it. A little bit of a touch-up tomorrow when the glue dries. After 24 hours, this is what it should look like. This is approximately the same size. And it'll clamp, and it'll take the toast out of the toaster and maybe do spaghetti or many other clamping things that will work. So that concludes the show for today. Thank you very much for watching. This is Ron Rushworth.